Hey, it's Sam with a quick little show announcement. As you may know, I've been running my hour, trying to, really figure it out. And so I've been doing it in New York and LA, and all those dates have sold out. So I've decided to add one more New York date and one more LA date. So in New York, I'll be at Union Hall on May 3rd. That's a Sunday. And then in LA, I will be at Lyric Hyperion on May 14th. That's a Thursday. So I would simply love to see you there. I've been really having a good time doing this, and I appreciate you guys coming out and making me not look like a fucking idiot. Okay, enjoy the episode. Bye.
Podcast starts now. What is up, everyone around the globe? You are listening to StraightioLab live from New York City, aka not live at all.
And I want to address what just happened, which is that our dear friend Matt Rogers walked in the room.
Shout out.
And obviously we're in studio. They're in the adjacent studio.
Sure. Both are true.
Both are true. And I said, who are you guys having on today? Because he hosts a podcast. It's called Las Culturistas. I said, who are you having on today? And he said a name. And I, without missing a beat, three-word name, but it wasn't Amy Coney Barrett.
But it was a woman.
Presumably. It could have been Amy Coney Barrett. We don't remember. And I said, oh, wow. No, I said, oh, go off. And then Sam turned to me and said, did you recognize that name? I said, no. We turned to our guest, said, did you recognize that name? She said, no.
All of us straight up lied in a huge way to our dear friend.
Yeah.
And in a way that was really, really impressive. And I'm actually so proud of you for lying your fucking ass off.
Wait, you guys didn't know who that was?
Who is it?
She's a Real Housewife of Potomac.
Oh, we don't watch Real Housewives of Potomac.
We don't know that stuff.
Okay, so now I actually feel fine not knowing.
No, of course.
If it was Amy Coney Barrett and I didn't know who that was, first of all, I'd be really mad that they're having Amy Coney Barrett on. Although maybe they would confront her.
Okay. I think they should have Amy Coney Barrett on first and foremost.
Okay, well, say more.
Well, it's time to, speak truth to power by promoting their things on the show.
By promoting Amy Coney Barrett,
exactly.
Of course, I agree.
So, but mostly I want to say, when he said the name, I didn't react that big because I was like, I don't know who this is. So I was like, I'll lay low. But so then you reacted really big.
This is the difference between you and me, is you will be shell-shocked when you are familiar with something, and I will be like, oh, can I join?
I'm like, I wish I had that. What you have is so much better. Like what I have is like weird silence while like everyone's looking at me, and it's like, no, just lie.
And you look
just
terrified.
Lie. I look so scared.
It's like how last night you were telling me that you went to get a bottle of wine to bring to my apartment.
Oh my God.
And you went into the wine store and you said, I would like a bottle of wine, and they care.
I said to the person, so I need a bottle of wine. They care a lot and I don't care at all. So figure it out.
Didn't give any direction.
They said, okay, do you want like a natural wine or a classic wine? I said, if you put a natural wine in front of me, I will scream because they will be so upset with me. I will never be invited back to my dear friend's house.
You also had to prepare yourself emotionally all day to drink wine because you don't like wine. Keep in mind, we could have offered you literally anything else. This is an Oscars party. Like, it's not like it was wine only.
All day.
But you think that like, because we enjoy wine, you think my household is like going to a different country where you have to follow the customs of that country and like bow when you enter.
Well, part of me wants to take part in your culture. And so I'm, maybe one day I'm going to wake up and be like, wait, wine's so yummy.
This is like when I had you over, we will bring you in 40 minutes. This is like when I had you over and I forgot you don't like lox. I got bagels and, I put them out and I was like, oh, fuck, Sam, I forgot you don't like lox. And you were like, no, this is good. It's good for me to try it.
I need to be expanding my horizons. Wow. I don't want to be like someone who doesn't like stuff.
Oh my God.
And now guess what, George? Ever since then, I'm eating lox.
Wow, good
I'm
for
eating
you.
lox all the time.
And you like it, or you're just forcing
Love
yourself?
It.
Okay.
I mean, sure, I don't get like a lot of them, but a little, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's delish sometimes. But I did have to prepare myself all day to drink wine, but then when everyone was like, you can just have a beer, I was like, no, I've been mentally thinking about wine all day long. I'm ready to like hold my little glass and take my little sips.
And did you enjoy the wine you had?
Well, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. I also think you get in your own head about like whether you like it or not. You don't trust your taste buds.
I don't feel a strong reaction to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what am I supposed to taste?
Girl.
Okay. Speaking of
Girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we are so excited for this guest. This is our first recording like a month and a half, and I cannot think of a better.
That's true.
Yeah, because we batch record. A long story. We're bi-coastal. It's hell, pretty much. We're on the verge of being canceled by iHeart at any given point. But please welcome Anania.
Hi. Let's act like I just sat down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I love what you've done with the place.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
late.
Oh, my bad. You know, traffic, New York.
Yeah, this is our first time recording in this particular studio. How does
I
it
hate
feel?
it. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I love it. It's cute. I love it.
We have a connection because both of our sort of talk shows, if you can call them that, are like related to the concept of gay or straight.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I feel prepared. I feel vindicated.
Yeah.
I feel ready.
And you do this a similar thing with us where it's like it's vibes based, like how well someone does is vibes based rather than
Which is
like,
always more fun. I love an
Yes.
open-ended question.
exactly.
Yeah.
Do people get frustrated with you?
There's been a couple of times when people get, I guess, frustrated with themselves.
Yeah.
Because they see the chasm between them, like knowing anything about queer culture and not, which I guess is like, you know, the point of the show.
Yeah.
But there has never been a moment where I'm like, you should feel bad about yourself,
Right.
ever. So I don't know
Now,
where
the
it comes
commenters, on the other hand, you know, you can't control them.
Can't control that. That's something we are actively trying to mitigate. Yeah, we're going to call in the big gun soon.
It's so crazy how like all of us do something with like all the best intentions and you're like, we're being really nice to the person. You're like, okay, like I want to make you feel comfortable.
Yes.
Anyway, throwing you to the wolves.
I mean, that's the best way. It's like, oh, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Why don't you like Black people?
It's weird that comment culture hasn't evolved since the internet. Like it's
know.
always just been insane people acting ruthless.
That's a good point.
Because
Actually,
like people 10 years ago were like making jokes about like, don't look at the comments. And you think that would like age out and you'd be like, obviously that's a lame joke to make.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, it's still completely true. Commenters
honestly,
are completely insane.
Trixie and Katya said a really good thing. Like their job is to post a thing and then like move on. And I really do kind of live by that. I don't really check the
Totally.
gaydar comments that much anymore.
No, I agree in terms of like the two of us, but then when you have a guest and the guest is being like
Oh, sure.
targeted by the commenters,
Yeah, you
I'm
go
like,
mama bear.
I guess I'm a little.
Well, George is feeling particularly sensitive because he was recently on a podcast where every single clip,
Every single clip.
He was
By the
torn
way,
to
I even
shreds.
had to tell him to delete a clip because
Oh.
here's what they did to me.
That's the worst.
Here's what they did to me. And I understand this is my fault because I, of course, said these words that were then clipped and posted. It was not edited. It just completely by coincidence, get ready. I criticized three non-white artists in a row, and then praise three white artists in a row. So I literally go, and it's completely by coincidence.
That'll do it.
And I was like,
That'll do it.
I know I already.
You didn't even sandwich it?
No.
Oh,
And
girl.
I know I already look like an annoying gay guy. Like, no one's gonna go in with like being like, he probably meant well. Like, people are gonna, you know what I mean? Like, people are gonna be like, oh, well, here we go, another one. Like, get him.
Coincidentally, yeah, I would have got you too.
And it was,
I can't even be mad. I would have got
and
you
so
too.
would I. If someone that looked exactly like me said that,
Yeah, I
I would be
would've
like,
let you.
are you kidding me? Who are you to criticize Olivia
Can
Dean?
I ask
No, here was the question.
who were the other
And
three?
they
know, I
set
desperately
me up
wanna
for
know.
this. They said, they were like, it was two straight guys, very
Uh-huh.
sweet straight guys. And they were like, we read, this is right after the Grammys, they said, we read gay guys don't respond to Olivia Dean. Why is that? That was the question.
Okay.
And so
Because you're the only gay guy ever. Right.
leading the witness.
Okay.
leading the witness. And so I said, I was trying to make this argument that I do think is true, that there was sort of a class of like best new artist winners
Okay.
that are like Grammys artists, like Esperanza Spalding and like Nora
Yeah.
Jones. Like, and it wasn't necessarily a negative thing, but I was just kind of like, Nora Jones is never going to be someone's diva in the way that like, Ariana Grande is.
Well, sure, it's like not played at the club.
Yes. And so
Right.
and then they kept leading me and they were like, so do you like Addison Rae? And I was like, I love Addison Rae.
I understand. The poppers have hit the
it was
tower.
literally just me being
Right.
like, Olivia Dean is Starbucks music, but I love Addison Rae.
Yeah, that'll do it. I would have been pissed too. I would have been pissed too. But okay.
But the thing is, actually, since then, I have to say I have grown to really like Olivia Dean. And I want to say that.
Olivia Dean isn't the diva to the same caliber of Ariana Grande is your point?
No, that's not my point. I think she's as talented as Ariana Grande. I think she's incredibly talented. I think that her fan base is not primarily queer. I think Olivia Dean is like
Okay.
for moms.
Oh, I'm just thinking about like my direct community. I guess we all like Olivia Dean.
You do, okay.
I really don't know a straight. I also don't know straight people.
Well, this is where it gets complicated.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even posit what a heterosexual person might think about Olivia Dean.
Like,
She's also so like, is she not gay? Is she not?
Oh, is she?
No,
She's not gay.
Straight.
She's straight.
She's straight. Thank
And
you.
she's talking about
I
boys.
heard what you're saying because I went to Sabrina Carpenter's concert, which was primarily tweenie bop,
Yes.
young, straight, blonde girls.
Right.
Sure.
And Olivia Dean was the opener.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I see both sides of this coin.
Okay. Well, I have a running theory that Sabrina Carpenter is bisexual, but we'll talk about that another day.
Yes.
We can talk about that now.
We're talking about how today is all about whether or not she's a Scientologist, which I
What?
heard. So I had heard she
Are
was.
the people saying she's
yes.
a
Are we
Scientologist?
allowed
And
to
she
speak on
actually
this?
she debunked it in the comments, and that's actually how comments
And
can
then
sometimes be.
where we start.
So there you go.
Right.
So you think Sabrina Carpenter is bisexual? Speak on it. And this is the clip.
If Sabrina Carpenter was bisexual, we would have flying cars.
Wow.
We would have. I'm just gonna keep going down this
Please.
motif.
Sure,
flying cows, flying pigs,
Oh, so there were
flying fucks.
Which
We'd
would
have them all.
be good, by the way. We
I think,
want
yes.
everything to fly.
just flying animals everywhere. Shit, raining down on you. That's what
Rain
you
on me,
want?
sweet
I'll
That's
take
the
it
world you
there.
want.
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah, shit in my face.
I think it makes sense logically that she would be bisexual.
Right.
It's just like I see the journey and that like type of girl.
It would be fun. It would be really fun to shake it up like that. You know what I mean?
fun.
What is she on her? She's gonna do her third album soon. Is that what it is?
Let's hope so. Well, first of all, it's not third, it's like 15th. Because she had so many albums that no one cared about.
She came back from the Kia Asylum.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
We need to tell you about Lizzo's past.
I feel like we've
That
talked too much about
fucking
it.
threat.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my
Well, no, because Kia Asylum is adjacent to Lizzo's past.
Yes.
We don't have to.
We don't have. I feel like we've talked too much about it.
Okay, fine. Very quickly, Lizzo's Pass is Sam's concept where an artist that is up and coming reaches a pass and they have to choose Target or Pitchfork. And Lizzo, who used to be this like very indie kind of like Prince endorsed Minneapolis like indie musician, chose Target, which we don't fault her for. And now Chapel is at Lizzo's Pass. And I guess
The theory is she's choosing Pitchfork.
yes, that's right.
Okay. I would agree with that.
But and it's sort of in the same world, the same video game as the Kia Asylum. You can like escape the Kia Asylum, go to Lizzo's Pass, go to Target, decide, I regret it. Sort of.
Yeah, you have to imagine at Lizzo's Pass, there's a lot of snow, there's a lot of wind. It's like hard to choose.
You could die.
Gotcha.
You could die. And some people die at Lizzo's Pass.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Lizzo is the
Like
one
Sky
that
Ferreira.
coined it. Wow.
She coined it. Yeah, she made it. Yeah,
That's
Sky
amazing.
Ferreira, she died there.
I'm sorry, I can't let this go. Who were the white artists that you praised? Addison Rae.
It was here's what they were doing. It's not praise. They were saying like, what artists do gay guys all live for?
Okay.
Obviously, I could have
sounds like-
easily
okay.
said like Beyonce, but that seemed too obvious. I don't know. And they were like Addison Rae, or I was like, maybe it was Sabrina Carpenter. It was like more young Addison Rae-esque artists. And I was just sort of like frantically trying to list them. And those are the ones that were coming to my head. But obviously I could have easily said like, who's an artist we like?
I'm hiring a PI and I'm going to find the rest of the
I could have said
answers.
FK Twigs.
You could have said FKA Twigs, but you didn't.
But I did not. I did not.
Well,
Work,
actually,
okay.
I have a question about FKA Twigs.
Yeah.
Where, speaking of our bubbles, I'm like, so is she popular or not?
Yes.
In my mind, I love her. I'm going to see her on
We're going
Saturday.
to see her on
I'm a
Saturday.
dick.
Oh,
You
okay.
are going?
Yes. with
Can't
my sister.
wait. Oh my God, fun.
Okay.
Do you like her?
Love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
but-
She literally got me through like one of the worst times of my life. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you feel like people are constantly bullying her for no reason?
I think they are.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
why is that?
I think it's half she's black and half the drama with Robert Pattinson. Maybe 2/3 of it is her drama with Robert Pattinson.
I do forget about that.
Yeah.
But she has been through so much.
Yes. They don't let her
Can
breathe.
people have empathy?
Can you? God. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
dragging Olivia Dean through the mud.
Exactly.
Why is everyone being mean to FKA?
But this thing happened where I was telling someone that I was going to see her on Saturday, and they were like, "Oh, I hear there's a lot of tickets still available."
Really?
And I was like, "What?"
People love to say that about her. People love to like post a photo of like the arena or whatever.
Yeah. Alternative black women really don't get the
It's crazy.
top of the totem pole, you know?
It's like, whatever.
I think she's incredibly talented. Her last album was
but there's so
amazing.
many
Yeah.
people like that, like Dawn Richard. It's like, why is she not bigger? Whatever. There's no time.
So speaking of like also being in a bubble and not knowing whether things are gay or straight or not, I once tried to claim that vacationing was gay, and George was like, "No, you're just gay."
Yeah, I can see that. Because whatever vacation you might do already leans.
Well,
to that
Sam was
side of the
like, you know, it's
spectrum.
like, it's people talk about vacation, like going to Fire Island or Mykonos. I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
families go on cruises. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I was like, "No, they're raising the children at home."
the children can't travel. They have to stay there and learn.
Until they're about 19.
Exactly. And then you can go on your cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I also, I feel like whenever I plan a vacation, it's always of like, how do I have the most fun gay time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And what does that include for you?
I feel, okay, my graduation gift to myself was London, Paris, and Mykonos, which was really, really fun. I went with my
Did you
two
see
best
Athena
friends.
Dion?
Who?
Athena Dion is a queen.
I know. No, I did not see Athena.
Wow, I can't believe you got me with that.
Yeah, I got you.
No,
That's
that was
crazy.
that was a beautiful performance.
Thank you. I really tried.
No, that was awesome.
Can you imagine?
And this is why you're on Broadway and I'm not. So I have a question for you. You're in Rocky Horror.
I am.
So Rocky Horror is an interesting property in terms of gay versus straight.
Sure.
You know, because
Yeah.
it's obviously so gay,
Uh-huh.
but it's also so alt straight kid in high school wearing fishnets, going to the midnight screening.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it follows this straight couple
Yeah.
at first that walks into this random castle. I'm with you.
Do you feel like the fan base is toxic?
Okay.
And what is your message
media
to them?
training on.
Yeah.
No. No, I don't think it's toxic. I think, like, obviously with Rocky Horror, we can see that it saves a lot of people. Like, it expedites the process for a lot of us, like, coming to terms with who we are. And that's, like, net positive, always. I do think the cult's mindset sometimes can get a little... I guess like the first word that's coming to mind is scary to me personally, but it's not unfounded. Like I get it.
Yeah.
It's something that they protect, something that I protect. I also love the show. And like, yeah, I can only see it as like a net positive being a fan of Rocky Horror. There's like, and the thing I keep learning, especially with rehearsals right now, is like you can unpack every single line, every melody choice. There's like something in every single second of the show. There's an added layer. And it's kind of cool because a part of me thinks it's intentional, but another part thinks it's unintentionally so like culturally pervasive. Like it's just really cool to see.
Okay, so the media training did work.
No, the media training jumped out.
I got it going on.
That is crazy.
I
That
got it
was
going
wild.
on. Thank you.
You locked into like Disney Channel star mode.
No, that
It's
felt
like old interview of Hillary Duff talking about 9/11.
So girl wearing a skirt as a top.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if the white artist I had praised was Hillary Duff? What if I said Olivia Dean is a flop, but Hillary Duff is a really amazing vocalist?
We're going to get to the bottom of this. Who were the other black one? The other non-white
I think it
ones?
might have been like Madonna or something. Like it was.
Is Madonna not white?
Oh, sorry, the other black. No, I literally. It wasn't black. I said something along the lines of like.
George, you're sweating.
No, I'm not. It was literally Olivia Dean, Esperanza Spalding, and Nora Jones, and I was like, you know,
Oh,
these
sure.
are best new artist winners.
Gotcha.
Then remained kind of not Olivia Dean, but the other two sort of remained like adult contemporary darlings rather
Sure.
than becoming like a Beyonce.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what I
I would agree with that. Sorry, let's
Literally
move on.
shaking. I'm shaking.
Okay, so in Rocky Horror, when they would like show the movie and people would like do antics in the audience,
Uh-huh.
are people gonna do people do antics at a live show for this?
And on Broadway, I feel like it would be crazy if people were like throwing.
But don't they
toast.
want to? Like, aren't half of them gonna be like, when do I get to do my antics?
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we're still in rehearsals right now and we don't really know, but I think it's exciting to. One of the things that I really appreciate about Sam Pinkleton is that he says he's going to embrace everyone's experience. So I don't know. And I'm kind of excited to see, especially because I'll get a chance to like watch the show basically more times than I'm in it because I'm a swing. So I'll be able to be like in the audience and just like see what's going to happen.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so fun when you are on the show because it'll be like
Yeah,
such a
I'm
big
excited
moment.
to go on. Yeah. Mhm.
What's a swing?
A swing is basically it's someone who learns multiple tracks in the show, multiple characters in the show, like usually ensemble, and I cover 2 principals. And they go on whenever the actor who's in the main cast can't.
Got it. Okay. I was trying to remember the word swing, and I was thinking side.
It's like almost.
So you're a side.
So you're a side.
Speak on that.
Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, it's almost synonymous with understudy or like a standby, that kind of vibe.
Got it. Yeah, my whole thing is I'm not knowing much about theater.
Is that your whole thing?
No, it's
What's your,
also
like-
not liking wine.
Not liking
like-
wine, not liking theater.
Sweet.
What other sort of forms of high art, sophisticated?
Right. Do you have like a
Yeah,
gay
I'm
art
into Timothy
form?
Chalamet, they're saying.
Woo!
Did you watch the Oscars?
I did. I saw the minutes. I saw the minutes.
And honestly, that's probably the right
Marty
way to
Supreme
go.
losing all of them.
Listen,
I prayed for that.
Okay, so I had people over,
Love you.
and we watched the whole thing. So I mean, it's really 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one could say anything interesting.
I needed
I
some
don't even
more
get.
juice.
I thought the winners. I'm fine. Like whatever. I didn't like
very
disagree.
sanitized now.
It wasn't like
very sanitized.
Yeah, I was just like, far be it for me to pray for celebrities to be more political, because I would complain about that too. But I'm kind of like, well, you need something.
I mean,
we're going to war.
When was the Will Smith slap? Like
20
3 years ago?
It was, I think, 4 years ago, actually. Just
4?
listened to a podcast that talked about
2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Year. 2022.
2022.
2022.
I feel like after that, it's been like, if you do anything crazy, you're like never coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least in my lifetime, I
They
haven't
learned
seen
the
anything
wrong
crazier.
lesson.
You know what I
They learned
mean?
the wrong lesson. They should have
do a
learned
slap
more
every year.
slaps.
Well, people don't have a fucking backbone anymore when they get up there.
Nope.
It's true.
It's sad.
I found
And you
it
can tell
pretty
it's
boring.
institutional. Sorry.
Of course. No.
No, completely.
I found it. Last night was an interesting thing for us where, everyone's getting their riffs in. Everyone's saying, ha, 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 ha. By hour 2, you can tell we start losing steam.
Absolutely.
And by hour 3, we're just blankly watching the screen.
Yeah.
No one's getting any riffs in. Everyone's like, let's wrap this up.
Well, this is the thing with hosting an Oscars party is like, I was saying that afterwards, it's like the aftermath of having bad sex. Like everyone's kind of looking at one another being like,
Did that just happen?
all right, like see you guys later.
Yeah.
It like everyone came into it with such excitement just to watch a 4-hour telecast that had like no interesting moments.
Well, yeah, and you're like, I did finish, but it didn't like feel satisfying.
Yeah.
It's like, I came, but I didn't finish.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I liked one battle after another. I was
Of
like, sure.
course,
Like,
sure.
okay.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
What would your pick have been?
Sinners.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
sure.
I get that. And
Yeah.
I definitely think the fact that it was between those two is good.
I guess so.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, it was just so, I mean, I am biased, but it was so revolutionary. I've never seen a movie like that, and we probably never will. At least for the next, 50 years.
I was like, I've done like a 360 on it. I'm like, it actually was crazy that it was nominated,
Yeah.
that it did so well.
I remember
Yeah.
that I had the same feeling I felt after Sinners after I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like those movies to me was like so like
It's
I
not
can't believe
supposed to
this
be an
is-
Oscar movie. Like,
It's just like very new.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for?
I guess I would say so. I was like, I like One Battle After Another and Sinners equally. I certainly was rooting for Ryan Coogler for director because I thought that would have been like
Oh,
a
who
nice
got director?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, duh.
I was like, I
Womp
think
womp.
it would have been a really good, because it was an original screenplay. It was something really unique. I thought that he deserved it for director, and for picture, I think I was like neutral, like either one.
Here's how I want the Oscars to get a little more interesting.
Okay.
I think we need one musical guest, but throughout. Like they're
Yeah.
singing the whole time.
Yeah, maybe Addison Rae.
No, I was like, Richard.
Don't do this.
Shout out Richard Perez. And I all last night, every time someone would leave the stage, we'd be like, I'm going stateside. Like imagine if
Sure.
Pink Panthers was just there all night long.
Yeah.
And like every time someone would walk off stage, she just does like
I
10
agree.
seconds.
That's what makes the Grammys or like the VMAs
Yes.
so much fun. Is like
Yeah.
we get to see the best new artists. Like we get to pick, I guess, in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see something like that.
We need it.
Someone gets up and does a monologue.
Literally,
No.
if someone did a little play of their movie, come on.
That would be
Well, like
okay.
the Tonys, like how they do the
Yes.
musical performances.
Yes.
I know.
The
Well,
Oscars is missing something like that.
I guess last night we had Babs.
Yes,
Babs
true.
was to die.
But
And Sinners did a performance last night
Yeah,
too.
that's to
true.
die.
That's true because the original songs do. But like
I was expecting more.
what I
the original songs could just go
Yeah.
anyway.
Lady Gaga doing Sound of Music, however many years ago. Like,
Sure.
do you remember that?
I
Like,
don't really. I remember the Joker. Anyway, we'll go there. We'll go there.
It was part of the Joker. Yeah. She was in character as Harley Quinn doing Sound of Music.
That's good drag.
Yeah.
That's good drag.
Oh my God, you remember the one? Are you talking about the one where she's like in a plain white T-shirt and clearly in
It
character?
was plain.
That was
wasn't
crazy.
it plain black tea?
Okay, fact check.
Look, he doesn't even want to say black. He doesn't want to say black. Got him.
I mean, I'm walking into an interview with a famous gotcha journalist and setting myself up.
Thank you.
I cannot believe
I still
this.
got it.
Of
Still got it.
course, of course. Should we do our first segment?
Of course.
Oh shit! I forgot. Okay, work.
That's
Okay.
right. We're in charge.
Yes.
Just barely. So our first segment is called Straight Shooters. And in this segment, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions.
Okay.
It's basically this thing or this other thing, and you choose one.
Okay.
And the only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions or we will get so upset.
Okay.
FKA Twigs or MGMT's Kids? This is tough. This is a
age gap.
millennial
Yeah.
classic.
MGMT. Don't look at her. She's our age.
What's MGM? FKA Twigs.
Being complicit or blink and you'll miss it.
I guess blinking you'll miss it.
Okay.
Okay.
A dreaded Monday or a shredded body?
Shredded body.
Game set match or Rachel Dratch.
Rachel Dratch. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Maggie Gyllenhaal or yummy Tylenol?
Are you guys okay? Are we gonna?
We'll reveal that at the
Should
end
we
of the
call
episode.
some?
Yeah,
Okay.
well-
No, there's no one you can call, and we locked the door.
Sorry. Can you repeat?
Maggie Gyllenhaal or yummy Tylenol?
I'll take Tylenol for 220.
Mustard on the beat or aioli with some heat.
Ooh.
Mustard on the beat.
Okay. Wearing a fleece that is fire or reading a piece that is dire?
Oh,
Am I having a stroke?
maybe.
The former.
Getting bangs, growing fangs, Jessica Lange going out with a bang, or it has a little tang.
The former as well.
Period.
Wow.
Well, we rank all our guests' performance on a scale of 0 to 1,000 doves.
Okay.
In the Lady Gaga song 1,000 Doves from the album Chromatica.
And I would say this was an amazing performance.
897?
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's like an A
How do you
minus.
feel?
I feel fucked. Feel thoroughly fucked. I live for that though. Thank you.
You really had a nice sense of surprise. You know, some of these guests, they come in here. And
Well, this is just like a slight tangent.
please.
I thought Jessica Lange was Jessica Chastain up until yesterday.
Oh, this
That's
is so
really
me coded.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Jessica Lange, that really nice ginger lady. She's great in. Oh my God, I almost just said
Footage
Pitch
not
Perfect.
found. Just kidding. I actually like her.
Let's move on. Yeah.
She's in a new movie that's actually supposed to be very provocative.
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Chastain. She has an
learning.
affair with an undocumented dancer. And that's all I'll say.
You know, this is actually, thank you for bringing this movie up because I was seeing trailers for this movie, I want to say 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
And then where is it?
Oh, I just found out about it like 2 weeks ago. So
What's
I
the
think they're
movie?
trying to do social commentary, if you can imagine that.
Sure.
And it is social commentary led by Jessica Chastain. And pretty much it's like, what's the deal with inequality?
Like Wuthering Heights.
It's
Much
exactly
like
like Wuthering.
that.
It's
Much
Wuthering
like
Heights,
that.
but with
Okay.
the dancer and Jessica Chastain.
And Jessica Chastain's just there.
She's like a rich woman who's like in charge of a big foundation.
So she's just there.
So she's just there. Yeah. Yeah.
Work. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Hallmark movie.
Jennifer engages in a dangerous affair with Fernando, an undocumented ballet dancer, leading to complex power struggles.
Well, I'm sure it does.
Wow.
That's it? That's the one line?
That's the one line.
Wow.
I'm not going to that. Oh my God.
It does feel like a movie that has sort of been like done 100 times in the last 4 years.
What's the dynamic gonna be?
I think that they have like an erotic, like they are really connected erotically. And she's like,
It's
in
like-
a very problematic white woman way, is like my, young, fiery dancer boyfriend. And then he's like, but I'm a person. And she's like, oh, sorry, I'm away from my email right now.
That's the plot.
That's the plot.
It's like White Lotus
We've
meets
seen
50
it.
Shades of
We've
Grey.
seen it. We've
White
seen
Lotus
it.
meets 50 Shades of
Okay,
Grey.
not too much on 50 Shades of Grey.
that's
all I'm gonna
interesting.
say.
You like this film?
I watched it multiple times.
Really?
Well,
That's all
we're
I'll
huge
say.
Dakota Johnson fans.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
God,
really
yeah.
support her.
Love that. Never mind.
No, say it.
No, I can't.
Wow, the media training.
Media
I'm not.
training. Media
They
training.
have implanted a little chip on you, and as soon as you start talking about Dakota Johnson's acting style, it buzzes.
There's a little crack in the system. Yeah.
Yeah. On our podcast, you're kind of allowed to say whatever for some reason.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
see.
really nice.
We'll
It's
see
nice
where the
respite.
short
It's
form
the
clips go.
last bastion of free speech we have in this country.
That's true. That's true, actually.
Wow, you are on the front lines.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Somebody has to be.
And you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so now let's get into the straight topic, I would say.
Okay,
So what is your straight topic today?
I brought to you today sharks.
Ooh, I
Should
love
you?
that.
Should we?
Yes, I love
Okay.
it. By the way, I want to say you, when we asked you to bring a straight topic, took out a note on your phone
Yes.
that you said is a list of things that pissed you off.
I have a list of pet peeves that
list
my
of pet
best friend
peeves.
Denver taught me to make. And this is my straight topic of the day. When men aren't groomed or wearing makeup on the red carpet.
This is so interesting.
Yeah.
Say briefly what you feel is straight about it. just
I
to-
feel like the complete something about and this is from a straight man. The thing I'm upset with is straight men.
yeah.
I understand why straight women feel like they need to. Shout out Pamela Anderson.
And
Shout
Alicia
out.
Keys.
And Alicia Keys. After that, it's like, never mind. God, I keep wanting to whack the girls for no reason. Anyway,
Oh, please.
no. Okay. I think
Oh, give us a clip.
my problem is when straight men go on the carpet, there is a rejection of maybe the theater of it
Mhm.
in a way that we it almost feels necessary to me. It feels like if you're there, you should participate fully. And I think like presenting like yourself well is good. Maybe not. How do I say this politically correct? No, I'm just gonna say it. I want to see men wearing, whatever makeup makes them feel good and presents them well on the red carpet. And I just don't think. I think there's a thing with straight men specifically come on the red carpet. They might have a nice tailored suit on or whatever, but then their face looks ghastly.
Are you wanting Sean Penn in like a full beat?
I'm wanting Sean Penn with, a taper
Sure.
on the beard,
Sure.
maybe a little chapstick,
Yeah,
Sure.
a little
Couldn't
chapstick goes
hurt.
a long way.
maybe a brown mascara.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
something
lip
like
liner.
someone took a spoolie through the brow.
Totally.
See what I mean? Like,
course,
I don't,
of
it doesn't,
course.
whatever makes you feel masculine on the carpet, whatever. But it's like, it's getting to a point where it's like, you look terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they always bring like their wife or their wife brings them and they look fucking gorgeous. And there's
Yeah.
just such a huge chasm between the two. And I think it's time for us to build that bridge.
The conversation around like men in makeup is so straight men. It's like lost. Like we don't know how to have it tastefully.
Yeah.
Like without it. It's such a loaded convo.
Which is crazy. I don't get it. Like it's just it's not a gender thing. And
Yeah.
maybe because I've done the work.
Of course. Pause for applause.
Thank you. Maybe I can't see makeup as like a gendered thing. I can see it as like a gender maybe tool, something
Yeah.
to like find a little
Right.
affirmation somewhere,
Well, also,
you know?
all these men do wear makeup as part of their job. It's not like
Exactly. That's
it's
the thing
not
that pisses
something
me
foreign
off.
to them.
It's
And-
like you wear makeup on the set. So
and
why?
yes, and this is also part of your job. You
Yeah.
are going to a televised ceremony as an actor. Like,
And I'm sure like maybe it's so unclockable I'm not seeing it.
mhm.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Maybe they're doing such a natural look. They're like, we need to make you more ghastly so they don't think you have makeup on.
Exactly. Maybe that's what it is.
This is a tough one. I feel that, George knows when it comes to grooming and self-care, I'm not necessarily the best at it. Well, I had a really humiliating moment, I must say, where I used to write on the show after midnight, and it was like a late night show, and I was going to be on camera, and I was like, they were like doing like little makeup, and then she was like, I have to trim your nose hairs. Because I was like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
but I just like didn't even know. Like I didn't know to like do that. And I think I'm like, oh my God, like so many, like, and I'm a gay guy. Like so many men must not even think about it because they're like, this is just my
hairy men are in, right?
Yeah.
For gay guys.
That's true.
But it's
So
also
you're
like
right.
there's a kind of an ungroomed gay guy can be sexy in a different way than an ungroomed straight guy.
I'm with you. I see that.
Like,
especially on a carpet.
Especially on a carpet. Yeah. So who specifically would you like to call out on camera? But actually, before you answer that, I want to know, because grooming is one thing. How do you feel about fashion? Like, are you satisfied with like a simple tux, or do you think they need to be turning a look? Do you want to see Leo in a sort of Billy Porter-esque kind of like hat with a curtain on it?
I think there's an in-between that can be played with. I think I'm personally tired of just seeing like a black and white suit on the red carpet. I'm a little we've seen it, you know. I think you can play with style, cut, texture, silhouette. There's so many things you can do with the suit that I just think they're not doing because it's easier to not. And like they look fine.
Yeah.
Like 6, 7 out of 10 each time, but it's like, where's the fun in that? Do you like going to award shows wearing the same thing over and over? And I just think it's a bit of like, there's the fun, it's like, what's going to look good on me? How can I change it up? I think of like, and Coleman Domingo isn't straight, but Coleman Domingo, like his ability to wear men's fashion and tear it out and really turn that hole out. Like it's, sorry, that wasn't, I just started thinking about Coleman Domingo.
Redacted.
Sorry. Sorry. Something about Coleman Domingo being able to like make men's fashion like that, or like Wisdom K, like these people are like at the top of it when it comes to men's fashion. I just think
But I think Coleman Domingo is so the exception. Like,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
but if he can do it,
then what?
I think we could try. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good.
I thought his jaw looked great last night.
His jaw?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yay. Yay. I don't know. I just think there's like, wear a scarf. I'm not saying you have to wear the exact same thing as Coleman Domingo, but like there's obviously a way you can take inspiration from something.
But okay, so someone like Timothée Chalamet was like taking swings this year.
He's been taking swings. Do you remember when he wore a
That's true.
harness? That was a huge moment.
Did he really?
I don't know. Maybe I made that up.
No, it was like that like Louis Vuitton like fashion harness. It wasn't like a leather harness, but it was
Can I get eyes on this? I'm gonna look this up.
It was people were doing it for like a full 6-month period.
He was one of the first straight men to join in on the harness trend.
Do I look up Timothée Chalamet harness?
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I don't think that's.
Well, it's very very 2017.
Yeah.
At the time, it was a gag.
Sure. Okay, I'm not gagging.
Right.
But okay.
The picture I have is from 2019.
Oh, interesting.
This one?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I feel like
He looks so much more cunty here than he does today.
right.
Well,
he's
that's because
definitely.
he was still in his fake gay bag.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you mentioned Harry Styles. There is a lot of these guys first did the fake gay
Absolutely.
thing. And even fake sort of non-binary in a way.
Gag.
And then sort of transitioned, if you will, into
and I will.
being sort of just like almost like right-wing adjacent
Sure.
aesthetically.
I don't know if Timothy's going right wing.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like there was just a moment where they were like,
Very
"Oh, got it. This
conventional.
this is no longer marketable. Like I don't need to pretend I love wearing a skirt.
Yeah.
And so now I can just finally wear like a sort of like fuck boy, streetwear inspired hype beastie suit."
Yeah, I'm with you. Also, I already talked about this before, but Timothy's press tour for Marty Supreme,
and let's talk about that,
was crazy. Like, I like him as an actor.
I know, I do too.
Me too.
but good God, was that insane?
Why did he feel the need to, like, it was such an unforced error. I was
It
like,
was
I'm on your
It was
side.
so Slim Shady. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Like, we're all
whoa.
on your side. Why are you doing this?
I think at first it was sort of like, it was bad, but in a way that it was like, but he's pulling it off. And so you're like, it's like someone wearing an ugly hat and you're like, whoa, he's doing it.
Yeah.
And then, and then it like went on too long. Cause like, it was almost like the moment it got like Oscars time, he should have been like, actually, I'm just really humble and grateful to be here.
Sure.
But instead he like kept going. And it's like, no, you like, he overplayed his hand, I
He
think.
really did.
Because at first it was like, it like got a lot of buzz for the movie. It did kind of work.
And it was also, the thing is, the vibe of it was the vibe of the movie. Like,
Yeah,
the
I guess
movie,
so.
it's so A24 and like they're casting regular people and it's the Safdie brothers and it's like, we don't care about being politically correct and like blah, blah. And he did it on purpose. It just
Yeah.
then like sort of went too far.
It went too far.
And then it's so funny to then award, it's like Michael B. Jordan is of course like the most like dignified, like
Yeah, that man is a
well spoken. Like,
professional.
Yeah.
so it's
Classic.
just like, okay, yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I also just think if we're comparing performances, Michael B. Jordan, like he should get 2 Oscars for that. Like for real.
characters.
Like
Hello.
at this point.
What do you think of all the brooches?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, where they just put like a brooch on a
Yeah,
suit.
they
It's the
love to do
biggest thing now.
brooches.
Enough.
I was just like, wait, so everyone's doing brooches?
There's like something like if there was like, and maybe it's because I'm a drag queen. Like if they wore a suit in the front and then they turned around and that brooch was the size of their back, I'd be gagged.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
You know what I
fun.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cunt.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing like these like little enough,
I did like Michael B. Jordan had a little one on the back of his suit, which I thought
which
was
is
chic.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought
I
his
think he
suit,
looked fine.
I liked his suit because
Yeah.
that was like a little bit out of the ordinary, but not trying to be either gay or overly fashiony. Like it
And
felt,
what does the gay
it
suit
fit.
look like?
What does the gay suit look like?
Yeah, is this the Billy Porter types?
I mean, well, it certainly has the Billy Porter types, but I'm talking, but like in terms of straight men going gay,
Sure.
it is like the Harry Styles thing. It is Timmy in a harness in 2019. Whereas, for example, when Timmy and Kylie did the like orange pleather,
Love.
that's like, that is them leading, that's like straight camp,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is like, okay, well,
Yeah.
good for you.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so this is about how straight men present themselves on the red
Yes,
carpet.
yes, yes,
and
yes,
I'm
yes.
like, but like, how do gay men present themselves on the red carpet? Like, that is also,
I appreciate a big swing. That's all I'm going to say there.
Yeah.
I really do.
You
I like
appreciate
it when
a big
people
swing.
take, because then it's like, now we know what not to do.
okay, so that's what too far
No.
looks like. That's awesome.
Okay, that's cut in a way that I don't necessarily want to replicate.
Well, that is, I feel like, I'm trying to think, I really don't want to keep going in on Billy Porter. So I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
like
leave my auntie alone.
other examples
Yeah.
of like gay guys that always go all out on the red carpet. Well, Dan Levy.
Oh yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
So, what is everyone's favorite color?
I know what George is
can't
gonna
wait
say.
to see Rocky Horror. One of the most amazing things, have you noticed this in the theater world? There's something very specific about theater events because something for lack of a better way to describe this, theater people are not as like loaded as movie people. So
Yeah,
it's like
monetarily speaking.
just like in a simple way. So oftentimes you'll go to like a theater event, let's say it's a fundraiser for an off-Broadway theater or like something like that. And the red carpet is all like normal gay guys like us that like really had to put together an outfit. You know what I mean? And they're kind of like, okay, like
Yeah,
I have
went through
these
hell and
burgundy,
triage.
like
Yeah.
I have these burgundy Converse and this shirt that I got on the Real.
Yeah.
And then I have this tie from prom, but maybe if I repurpose it, it'll be like ironic. Like, and it's just, and then I have like and it is just, and then of course, because it's all gay guys like that, it's not like there's one and he's making a statement. It's just like a parade of the most insanely dressed gay guys you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And then of course the straight men, fedora. And then
George, you are bumming me out because this is so hard because it's like whenever we're at any sort of event,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm not rich and famous yet.
I know.
So how the hell am I supposed to pull out an amazing outfit for this? And yet I'm being photographed by the same cameras that the rich and famous people are being photographed by. So I'm going to look bad.
Well, there's something about accessorizing that's really fun too. Like if you just find a different way to accessorize and just put a bunch of bullshit on, but like edited bullshit.
Of course.
Not to be,
this
you know.
is something I'm starting to say like Coco Chanel as a verb when I'm like
Which means take one
take
thing
one
off.
thing off.
Oh, yeah.
Because whenever
So
I'm
she
like
needs to
Coco
Coco
Chanel.
Chanel.
she needs to be they need to be Coco Chaneling. Like
So I just got Coco Chanel.
Jealous.
Love that.
I was at a queer event recently and I was like, there could have been some Coco Chaneling happening.
Sure. Sure.
Well, yeah, going to a queer event. It's
I don't
like-
know. I like it when people look crazy. You know, put that shit on.
You know what? You're
You're kind of turning us.
You're
yeah.
turning us because I have felt like enough and everyone really needs to Coco Chanel. And I think the vibe you're bringing to the table is like, yeah, we only have one life. Like put
You
on
know,
put
yeah.
on
I also
15
think
bracelets.
there's a direct, and someone else could say this much more. I guess they could say it better than me, right?
I doubt it, but go on.
I think there's a direct reflection of fashion to like the political landscape.
Yes.
And if we start, going to the grayscale, like I think it's an almost like a submission or like a
I see what you're saying.
That's a good point.
like an
Yeah.
acceptance of the things that are going on. When I think there should just be more color in
So
our
you're
lives.
saying fashion is a site of resistance.
I
And
think
if we
it can
put
be.
on a hat,
Yeah.
we could fight fascism.
Would you argue that
Make the
fashion
hat
has
ugly, make the hat ugly, and then we'll talk.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's why like men's fashion has gotten more conservative.
I mean,
since.
it's why men
Yeah.
don't wear heels anymore.
Yeah.
That's the exact reason.
No, it is. It's actually crazy to see it in black and white. No pun intended. That in terms of the grayscale. I mean, not race.
Well, George,
In terms of the black and white tuxedos.
you are on some kind of train
Oh
today.
my
and
God,
I don't know.
I can't believe this.
Yeah,
no, I
defend
meant literally
yourself.
in terms of the black and white tuxedos versus
Couldn't
color.
even get it out.
This episode is never being released, by the way. But it is crazy to be able to track when it was trendy to like, for lack of a better term, queer bait or whatever.
Oh, sure.
And then when it stopped being
When
trendy.
metrosexuals ran.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
honey.
Because
Yes.
it was metrosexuals, normal, Harry Styles, back to normal. And that's the timeline of men's fashion. Now, every time I say Harry Styles, you do have sort of a
very visceral
heart
reaction.
attack,
Sorry,
I would
it's
say.
just it's like how there's there's soulmates.
Yeah.
Whatever the opposite of that is.
Really?
Oh, he's your enemy.
I feel like
Do you care
and he
about?
probably doesn't know who the fuck I am.
No, I
Thank
love
God.
this.
I hate it.
Oh,
I love
do you like
this.
his music at all, or
No.
just all of it? Your
I will say I liked
sign of the times.
hold on.
Watermelon sugar.
Yeah, I like that one. I like Cunnilingus.
Sure.
And then I liked you know what was really the nail in the coffin? When he got album of the year and he was like, this doesn't happen for people like me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For British white people?
For non-binary people.
If
Fake
let me
non-binary
watch my
is
pronouns.
hard.
If he was non-binary, that would help.
Totally.
That would help. But alas,
Yeah. No, I mean, I obviously see what you're saying.
there's like a part of me that's like, why am I being a hater? Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. But I do think he's holding back the queer community, even though he hasn't admitted or wants to be queer publicly. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was just a funny thing. No.
Sorry.
It was a funny thing because he really went all in on it. And then at
Yes.
some point was like,
He like,
well, this is awkward and I'm sort of done with that.
I just hate that he like gets the opportunity to turn it off.
Right.
You know? And a lot of
100%,
people
100%. Yes.
a lot of people
Yeah.
don't get that option. And when he says things like winning album of the year doesn't happen for people like me, that is something that's out of touch. It's completely unfounded. And I think it was honestly the rudest thing he could have said in that moment.
Yeah.
No,
He's
that
like-
is
I like that he's like, I'm not gay anymore. Now I'm a runner.
literally.
I'm a runner. And
Yeah.
he keeps kissing dudes.
I
like
know.
that's gonna do like and that There's this one of my favorite tweets. It has Gianmarco Cerezi in it.
Past
Gianmarco's like doing the My Everything pose from Ariana Grande. And then one of the tweets replied is like, either suck a dick or knock this off. and I keep
And say
thinking
that.
about that.
That
Every
is
time
so
someone
beautiful.
mentions Harry Styles' name, I'm like, suck a dick or knock it off.
This is like, what a perfect phrase. There's
Yeah.
so many times when I feel this way.
Suck a dick.
I'm like, it's not hard. You open your phone and
I'd
suck a dick, or shut up,
Yeah.
or sit normal.
It's not hard. But it is hard.
It is hard.
Get it?
Yeah,
a
because the
penis
dicks
joke.
are hard.
That's really good.
Thank you. I'm a comedian.
He did do that gay movie about policemen or whatever.
Yeah. He did do that.
Did you love that?
I didn't watch it.
Sometimes
I didn't
with
either.
him,
No one did.
my beef with him is I'm always like, are you even fully in any of this? Like,
Sure.
him making music. I'm like, do you even like music?
Yes.
Well,
What was the one with Florence Pugh?
Don't worry,
Don't worry, darling.
Don't worry,
Thank you.
darling. Yeah.
I was like, wow, Florence is acting with a brick wall. I was like, wow, I'm watching this movie. Florence is fucking amazing. God help this woman. And then her husband shows up.
I know. And then they made him an incel. Do you remember?
Yes.
I didn't see this film.
I went into that movie thinking like, okay, like maybe he can keep up. It's Florence Pugh. Maybe he has to keep up. That girl was dragging him.
That's why he was in it.
But he's in all this, everything he does. I'm like, do you even care? Do you even care about this? Like,
It can't be that
I
good.
think I think what he wants to be, he has this like romantic Bob Dylan vision of being like in a smaller venue playing acoustic guitar. And that's never going to happen for him because he's a pop star who used to be in One Direction. So now he's trying to make the best with the cards that were dealt, which are, oh no, he's really hot and famous. And so that's how we're getting the types of things you're describing. Okay, so
I would love to talk about Harry Styles with like a sociologist.
Totally.
Yeah, well,
Like
it's
really like what's happening here.
well, it's also interesting. This is bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I don't even know anyone who's like, God, I can't wait for the new Harry Styles album. Like, I'm like,
It's a bubble.
I'm being lied to.
yeah.
Like, but I know people gag, but I don't know any of them and never have.
I'm trying to think of other red carpet like people who slay the red carpet. Straight men.
Straight men.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, what do you think of Jacob Elordi? He's taking risks.
Is he?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
and
always
also-
in some like cropped blazer.
He has a little bag on him.
Yeah. Cropped blazer, little bag. Thoughts?
It's not memorable.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was.
I didn't know that was
I didn't know
happening.
that was happening.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if he wants to. Well, he's also kind of doing the gay.
But he's still doing gay.
I
He's
don't
actually
know.
the only one still doing gay. He hasn't gotten the memo that it's back to straight.
Okay, what was he gay in? Saltburn?
No, I mean like literally like red carpet wise. He's
Oh,
still
I see
he's
what
still
you're saying.
doing kind of serving LGBTQ plus teas.
I don't
And
know
I-
if he is.
I wouldn't.
I would say he's just being like,
He was there last night. Can I see what he was wearing?
he's kind of being like fashion bro.
He's being fashion bro. You're right. He's
Yeah, yeah. That's my read of his vibe.
Yeah.
But I can't think of it like
He was just wearing a 3-piece suit
Okay.
and a bow tie.
Yeah, last night he was.
sounds like he was
Waxing.
serving pussy.
What?
I'm
pussy
kidding.
bow?
I'm kidding. Just because you say that he was being so gay and he's not, he's just wearing the most normal thing.
No, I think he's just Australian.
The thing, this is like,
He looks fine. He looks great.
Yeah.
I find men's fashion just in general, like other than the rare exceptions, like the Coleman Domingos, like it just is like, I really do feel damned if you do, damned if you don't.
No, it's true because if you try to do something, if you do a velvet, like a forest green velvet jacket, people are going to be like, well, he looks like a waiter or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be some kind of like locker room talk happening that's
Yeah.
like stopping them from like trying or
I know.
something. It's
Yeah.
just, I think men's fashion can be, we've seen it. We've seen men's fashion be fun. I'm thinking Wisdom K, Doug, Coleman Domingo, even Pedro Pascal has some really good
That's
moments.
true.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's an opportunity for men's fashion to be fun. And it's just, they're not, it just can't all be a black 3-piece suit. It just can't be, right?
Yeah.
It can't be.
there, you know what needs to happen? You know how when you have a potluck, you like, if you're like really like caring about it, you'll like make sort of a check, like an Excel sheet spread, like checklist where it's like, I'm bringing dessert. No one else brings desserts. So we don't have 100 desserts and nothing to eat. And I think we need to do that with award shows where it's like one person's allowed to wear the black suit.
One person. And they have to be the most like tenured grandfather.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with
It's
you.
Anthony Hopkins.
You have to earn it.
Yes.
And then only one person's allowed to wear a hat with a curtain on it.
I don't know. Electrical engineers.
Engineers. And like one person can
That
do
was hard.
90s, one person can do
That was rough.
70s.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think this would be fun.
I will say, as much as I think like I'm willing to forgive people wearing a normal tux to the Oscars or something, what does piss me off is you're going to the Met Gala and wearing a normal tux.
That is crazy to me.
No, that's true.
You
just
literally
don't
have a
go.
theme. You
Just
literally
don't
have
go.
a theme.
Donate to the Costume Institute or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. It
You
doesn't.
literally have a theme.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a black suit?
I will say though, sometimes an outfit's so boring it sticks with me. Do you remember when Frank Ocean at the Met Gala wore like just like a zip up black Prada?
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think about it
I
all
don't
the time,
remember.
and it's so
He just
literally
wore, like,
simple as hell.
Not nylon. What's that material called?
Like almost like a windbreaker.
Like a Prada windbreaker with a
Okay.
tie.
I guess so. Work. Good for
it's
him.
like the most, because at the time everyone was sort of like, jump off a cliff. This is not an
Sure.
outfit.
You know, Mark Ronson wore a orange windbreaker to the Golden Globes, and I thought it was sort of a fun little twist.
That is
Like
a fun
fuck
little
you.
twist.
Sure.
He also
I think about like men's fashion being fun. Oh, Lil Nas X too.
Oh yeah,
Like when he
that's
wore
true.
that pink
Yes.
pink suit.
that was
And
actually a
the
great.
reveals up the stairs.
That's fun. That was really fun.
How fucking fun is that?
We need to.
What's going on there?
We can't get into it. When he left public life, I do think we've been missing a really important presence on the carpet. Like
Yeah, I'm
I
with you.
forgot. Even when you just said that, I was like, oh my god, like there used to be fun and whimsy.
Yeah.
Like there is no one doing that.
The dandyism Met Gala.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was fun.
That's fucking fierce. And I will say a lot of men turned that out too.
That's true.
A lot of men
That's
did.
true.
Oh my god, I remember Tiana Taylor.
Oh my God.
That was really good.
Wait, what did she wear then?
She was
It was
just
like
like,
a maroon-
dandied out. Like
Yeah.
it just was
Oh,
like
oh.
a cartoon. Like it was.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, that was good. And then this year the theme is art.
Is it really?
It's literally like fashion
The
as
one that
art.
Beyonce's doing?
Yes.
It's just art. Okay.
It's like fashion as art.
We should
So I
be
think
able to
people are
vote.
going to be, showing up
What do
with
we think
sort
we're
of
gonna
a
see?
framed Mona Lisa
Exactly.
taped to their
Starry
torso.
Night
Yeah.
on the skirt. Right.
I think it's going to be a lot of like, like references to artwork. Oh, a lot of like Warhol or like
Sure, lines.
Keith Haring.
The tackiest look I can think of. Who's that guy who does like the glass sculptures? Like Chew. Oh God, what is it?
Cause?
No, it's like tackier. It's like more modern. Whatever.
Jeff
Who cares?
Koons.
No, but that would be funny too.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Well, I'll think on it. Wait, should we do a final segment?
Okay.
I'm
Should we do a final segment?
scared.
Do you have any final thoughts on men's red carpet fashion?
Just take a swing, fellas. And let me judge you from home.
You've inspired me, honestly.
Yeah,
Because I've been
you've
like,
changed my mind.
I've been in a real retreat where I'm like, I mean, you can even tell today I'm wearing a very simple. I've been very like, I'm in my adult contemporary era.
Sure.
I'm sort of the Olivia Dean of gay guys.
Now, when she sends your ass a cease and desist, my signature's gonna be
Oh
on it
my
too.
god!
If
But
Coco-
now you're inspiring me to like go.
Okay, if Coco Chanel is taking one thing off, Billy Portering is putting one thing on.
Moving on. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our final segment is called Shoutouts. And in this segment, we pay homage to the grand straight tradition of the radio shout out. You're shouting out something
Okay.
you love to your squad back home. We make them up on the spot. So they have to come to us. Do you have one?
I have one. What is up, freaks, losers, and perverts around the globe? I want to give a huge shout out to bopping. When I am in New York City, all I want to do is bop, bop, bop around, go to all my little stores, say, no, thank you. And I can do this for a whole afternoon. And when I do it, I am in absolute heaven. I think the LA, of course, I'm learning to love it due to my amazing and beautiful gym. But I do think one thing that it does not have is bopping. I can't bop for the life of me. And when I am here, all I want to do is bop, bop, bop. So shout out to walking and going into stores and saying no thank you. XOXO, Sam.
What's up, foodies? I want to give a shout out to wings. You know, for a long time, I was actually anti-wings, believe it or not, because I said, I'm not a child. I can't be covered in sauce and have sticky fingers and be like sort of insecure about how I'm not actually eating enough meat off the bone and then someone's going to judge me because I left too much on. And recently I went to a wings-based birthday party and I said, you know what, George, just let go of fear and go with God. And I had the most amazing meal of my life. I was covered in hot sauce. My fingers were so sticky, I looked like I was in a fisting seminar. And I was having the time of my life. And I just, I really am reconsidering wings as a food option for myself. And I'm saying go out there, have a party at a wing spot, and think of me. Woo!
Hey queers, it's Anania. Just wanted to hop on here and say shout out to trees. I love trees. I love paper. I love pencils. And I love chairs. There's so many things that a tree could be, and it chooses to be all of them all the time. Shout out to oak, birch, willow, all of you. All the males, all the females, all the trees that transition, or the trees who choose not to. I see you, and I love you. Signed, your fellow botanist, Ananiah.
Wow.
Well, that was beautiful, actually. That really told a story.
Thank you.
Where do you stand on Mother Willow?
On the artist Willow?
Mother Willow, the tree from Pocahontas.
Oh, no. Sorry.
To be fair, I was like, what's Mother Willow from?
God, I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I love her.
Okay, good.
Love her character arc.
The Giving Tree?
Fierce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are other
Have
famous
you
trees?
ever felt the wind?
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm on Broadway.
You're on Broadway.
Sometimes I will be mean to myself and be like, I can't sing. I'm flat, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
No, you're on Broadway.
You're a side on Broadway.
You're a side on Broadway.
I am a side on Broadway. And people should be very wary when they see me coming.
We need to do an episode on sides.
We need to do an episode on
You
sides.
haven't yet?
No, we haven't done a. We
Well,
it needs
you know,
to be
Gay
a
guys with
to
a microphone
wade-
haven't talked about sides.
To wade
I
into those
know.
waters can be dangerous. You know?
Sure.
And I don't even know if I have strong opinions on sides. Some of my best friends are sides.
Well,
but
if engagement ever gets low, you can always bring up top-bottom discourse.
I know.
That's true. That's true.
It's something we always avoid because we think it's hack, but I think it's about time.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
we're not going to ever get the invite to the Met Gala.
I won't be able to wear my windbreaker.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
honey.
Yeah, we
Yes.
just wear like a normal windbreaker from REI.
Like Goodwill.
It's not even-
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, Ananiah, people can see you in Rocky Horror. They can watch your show Gaydar on all platforms.
yes.
Is there anything else you would like to shout out?
Me?
That's enough.
That's enough.
Plenty.
Many people
Ananiah
don't have.
00 everywhere.
Many people do not have both a popular talk show and a Broadway role.
That's true. Wait. I'm kind
No,
of that
you're
girl.
eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I love that you put that into perspective. I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing the show.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Podcast ends now. StraightioLab is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network and iHeart Podcasts.
Created and hosted by me, George Civeris, and Sam Taggart.
Executive produced by Jenna Cagle, co-produced by Becca Ramos.
Edited by Lauren Stumpf and mixed and mastered by Doug Bain.
Artwork by Michael Fales and Matt Grubb. Theme music by Ben Kling.